She would have been 10. I'm fuzzy as to whether or not my sister hid it or my mother hid it, but I think 2 weeks went by because Rosemarie wanted us to enjoy our trip to a water park. She thought she would ruin it. What followed would be an evacuation of me and my siblings around the county as my mother tried to keep us out of the state's custody long enough to transport Rosemarie to Binghamton, New York, with her biological father and grandmother. I remember hiding out at my grandparents' next door, and my uncle. In this place my grandfather thought it would be appropriate to start acclimating me to the idea that showering with him was appropriate. My father is at this time, on the run from members of Latin Kings and police. He is probably realizing that his life is over. Reportedly, in the last phone call between my mother and him, he said, "I guess I should probably end my life." She replied coldly, "If I were you, I would." Those words have haunted her as a mother watching me grow without a father, but I don't blame her for that one. The night ended with us going into the state's custody. We spent a month in a foster home with 11 children total. I didn't exactly understand why at the time. But I do remember being told my father was dead. I was still in the dark about everything, so I was told he died of sadness. I'd think about that constantly, wondering if I could have changed something. Later, the state separated us into 2 foster homes. I was with my youngest sister and Rosemarie was with the baby. I was placed in a home where I felt alone. The foster parents treated me like dirt, making me eat boring foods while their kids were spoiled in front of me, or allowing her children to invade my room and steal my belongings. I remember being locked in my room and forced to write essays on infractions. I even watched my foster mother steal money out of my piggy bank. I was alone, looking after my sister in foster care with a dead father. I missed my mother every night. I felt so alone, but I buried myself in books. I was terrified of the dark, so I read books in the light and fell asleep with them on. I remember sleeping with a beaded necklace my mother gave to me on a visit, and when it broke, I sobbed for hours. I spent 16 months in that neglectful foster home, but I did get 1 month of recognition from a foster family who treated me with respect, care, and love. They even painted my room my favorite color. I love that. My mother, fighting for visitation and rights, finally won back custody. That weekend, we went to stay with a friend of hers, named Sean. This friend turns her boyfriend into a fiancé.